What is going on, gang? PPS here. It is the fourth round, 11:50 here, getting to be around that noon time. Just got back from the gym and ready to roll. Everything is good. Found my favorite spot for the day on the college basketball slate tonight. I think it's gonna be a banger. So recap of yesterday: Curry got in foul trouble, 2 fouls in like 4 minutes. Usually plays the entire first quarter. Sits like the last 2 minutes of the first, then plays right from the start of the second. Obviously couldn't get in rhythm. Jordan Poole did carry that Warriors team yesterday. So, I mean, it happens. Foul trouble, something you can't cap. Arizona, they almost hit 200. Pretty much exactly what we wanted. If you went on any DFS sites, Washington's guard Brown Jr. cooked. Did very well, did exactly what we wanted. Closer game, just like I said. I didn't think they were going to be able to blow out Washington too big to the point where they would keep them under 60 points. They had like 40 in the first half, 90 total. So very, very nice to start. And now we're back here with another college basketball play. 2-1 on free plays yesterday, 4-0 the day before, rolling on 6-1 free play streak. So yeah, very excited to start rolling into today. Again, if you guys don't follow me over on Twitter, please do that. I will be heading on vacation here. I believe Thursday early morning through Wednesday of the week after. I believe that's the 12th. So we'll be putting out free plays. Hope depending on how my girlfriend decides if I can put some free plays out over here, we might see it. Maybe not. We'll see, I guess. But I'll have plays and stuff. I'll try to post stuff. It'll probably be super early in the morning, just because I'm sure I won't be around my phone as much as usual. So just a little heads up. So we will be going into today's free play. And I'm going with one of my teams, one of my lower teams here. We're going with the Maction, baby. Toledo Rockets, team total over 81, minus 110. This is going to be a 2-unit play. I really do like this spot. Toledo ranked 69th in offense, adjusted offense on KenPom, and also playing at a top 100 pace. We're seeing them at around 70.2 possessions here. And they've played some pretty sturdy defenses. They were pretty middle of the pack. 189 is the rank of defenses out of the 360. So right in the middle of the pack of defenses. And today they're getting one of my favorite matchups, one of my favorite fades of any team is the Central Michigan. I believe Chippewas is their logo or mascot. This is a 2-10 team. They are the 12th worst adjusted defense in the entire country. And one thing that I do really like as well is we're not going to be losing that many possessions. They're 109 in tempo here. So we're really not losing possessions, and we're playing one of the worst defenses in the entire country. Central Michigan is just, I mean, there's really nothing else to say besides these guys are really, really bad. Like I said, I've faded them almost every time. I took a Gonzaga's team total against them in the mid-90s. They dropped 107 on them. Kentucky dropped 85 on these guys. Western Illinois almost dropped 100. Youngstown State dropped 84. Detroit Mercy almost dropped 90 points on these guys. And they're going to be playing against a Toledo Rockets team that has 4 really good players. Ryan Rollins obviously being the top guy, sitting at almost 20 points a game. They also have JT Schumann, Milner, and Dennis all in double figures here. And one thing I do really like is that we have a guy in Shoemate who shoots over 50% from 3, and then every single other person in that top starting lineup there that are average over 10 a game. We have a 35, 38, and then 30% 3-point shooter. So we have an ability to make shots outside, obviously able to dominate underneath with Shoemate. It should be a pretty good game. They're averaging 77 points per game on the season. One thing I do also really like in games that we're going team total is free throw shooting. Toledo is one of the better teams in the MAC in free throws, 75%. And all of their top 4 guys are 75 plus, with Ryan Rollins shooting 82%. Do really like this team. Also, I'm just going to go into Toledo stats here a little bit. Toledo's last 3 games here I'll go into. Marshall, they dropped 95. That was an absolute bloodbath. I was on the over, and Marshall did not do anything to help. But Toledo dropped 95 on these guys. Western Michigan, another one of my favorite teams to fade, sitting at 83. So they did hit that there. And then their last game against Kent State, they just couldn't shoot the ball. Free throws were at 35 or sorry, my bad, 70%, a little bit down there. And just turnovers, right? Turnovers really cost them 15 turnovers. But I don't really like the Central Michigan defense at all. They're not going to give us any resistance on the defensive end. The ability of Toledo to go inside and out in this game will be huge. And I like down the stretch, if it does come down to free throws and this game does stay a little closer than expected, I do like that Toledo will be able to make their free throws down the stretch. We're seeing a nice, pretty big spread here for Toledo. 12.5 places, 13 others. And yeah, a 149 total. I think it goes over anyway, but I would rather rely on the side of this game that I rely on the most here would be the offense of Toledo versus this terrible, terrible defense in Central Michigan. Like I said, we're not losing a ton of possessions. Usually these bad teams on defense really like to slow the pace down to negate that. But Toledo's going to run. Central Michigan is going to run. I don't see this game being slowed down at all. And I really like the ability for Toledo to go in and out. I think Ryan Rollins drops a 25 piece on these guys. I won't be surprised to see multiple guys cross that 20-point threshold today for the Toledo Rockets. Another thing, too, is Central Michigan hasn't played in about a week. Toledo hasn't played in like 3 days, so could have some rust, and that could mean Toledo does come out a lot faster. Maybe even taking a look at that first half team total. If you do have that on your book, I'm looking at it right now. It's sitting at around 39. I think that could be a nice spot as well. I just really like Toledo tonight. I think they crush them. Even their first half money line's like minus 300, 340. Not terrible. I'd probably take it at 6.5 for spread. But my biggest play is going to be Toledo team total. Relying on this offense. Again, top 100 offense in the country going against a bottom or 12th, right? 12th worst defense in the country. I think we get a very fun game here. Toledo should be running up and down the court, getting quick baskets. And this is the type of game where I would have assumed this was a mid-80s team total because I assume these guys are going to get close to 90 tonight against this terrible defense. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will have a play tomorrow out for you guys. Hopefully we'll have Pass the Prop in the works with my boy Monotone. So hopefully we'll have that tomorrow. But this is going to be our one play for today. A lot of numbers back me up on this one. I'm very confident in it tonight. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And, yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day, and let's cash another free play.